That's so funny. So many people think that just by living in Norway, you get like this surge of power. So then you become so good at skiing just by living in Norway. You don't need to train or anything. Just
breathing in the air.
Just breathe in the air and then you.
But let's be honest, Jamie. That's like basically what we two did as well, and it's like just kind of frustrating when you realize that that's not how it works.
Yeah, it's a big.
Skirious problems.
Right, Mika, what's your Skirious problem then?
I have all kinds of Skirious problems, and I was thinking maybe we should record it.
Record it and share to the world. World Cup's gonna start quite soon. We've got another 10 days, so...
Yeah, just figured now the Americans are on their way to Europe, so if we're ever gonna start a podcast where we're gonna talk about skiing and stuff that's related to skiing, we should probably start now. And yeah, that's where we are.
Let's get to it then. What's the first topic, Mika?
What's the first topic? Well, we kind of don't really get around the Vermeulen, do we?
No, it's gonna be big, I think, and already with what happened in Solden, it's gonna be interesting to see if the same happens in cross-country skiing, and we've had lots of meetings about it recently, so...
Yeah, you're in the FIS Athletes Committee, so you probably know more about this stuff than the average people do.
Yeah, lots of people were stressing out about it, thinking that it could be contamination or something, but I think at the end of the day, it was just an accident. People still have fluor in their trucks and like wax cabins, and some fluor was put under the ski.
See, and this is where opinions like, kind of part ways, because was it an accident? I mean, I've heard that she was tested around like 12.0, whereas like 2.0 is kind of like the limit.
1.8.
Or 1.8 is the limit on what you're allowed to have. And if you put like real high fluorinated wax under your skis, you'd be around 10 to 12 is what they said. So I think this opens the question, and that's maybe also the most negative thing about the whole fluor ban, is it's gonna cause a lot of speculation, because this just opens the question for me. Was it a mistake? Did someone make a mistake, or did someone try to betray?
Yeah, and like what's actually quite interesting is she tested negative before the race, but then had insane amounts of fluor after the race. And like she had such high fluor that it's not possible it was contaminated through the snow. Or that's what the manufacturers of the machine say. So in cross-country skiing, the limit is 1%. And in Alpine, it's been raised to 1.8%. Everyone tested between 0.4 and 0.8, and I think she tested like 14 or something. They've only managed to find one cork that had fluor on it, and they were like, oh, it was contaminated by the cork. But like, I was just thinking, was it contaminated by the cork, or was it just that they used the cork to spread the fluor? So yeah, raises some questions, and like, I know in alpine skiing it's a bit different than cross-country skiing. I think you pay for one wax technician from the ski companies, and then they prepare the skis for you. So it's not so surprising that nobody else from the ski federation, Norwegian Ski Federation, was caught. But it's just a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very weird, and this is what I was just saying before. I think the worst thing that's going to happen with this whole fluor ban is it just leaves room for speculation in case of having like positive tests, or skis that are being contaminated. I mean, I've heard people saying in Solden that there was some faulty measurement equipment, but then I'm just asking myself the question, this is like the first race where FIS is doing this. It's like everyone's negative. They test the skis multiple times, and there's one pair of
80
skis.
80 times. They tested the ski 80 times.
And it's like there's one pair of skis then that's not like a little bit over the limit, but that's just like as contaminated as it gets.
I'd like to think that it was an accident, because I think people fuck about with fluor in their wax cabins, and that's when that happens. It could be like residue, like some old liquid glider it was lying about, and then they used that instead of the proper one. So I like to believe that it was an accident.
I mean, I'd like to believe that it was an accident as well, but I think sports just proven too many times that some accidents are a bit too accidental to be accidents. So this is just what I'm saying. If like everyone's negative, but like real negative, and then there's one individual that's as positive as it gets, I just have a hard time believing we're talking about an accident. Especially, I've been to this FIS meeting where they showed how skis get contaminated, and where they like demonstrated what happens if you take contaminated equipment and prepare your skis with it. And you just didn't get anywhere near those numbers. So this is just like, for me, it stands out of question that there was very high-end fluor on those skis. Now the question that we'll not have an answer to is, was there fluor on those skis on purpose? Or was there fluor on those skis by accident?
Be a good effort if it was done on purpose, because she got negative before the race. So anyway, moving on. What about this? We had some races this weekend already, biathlon, but it's almost as exciting as cross country.
Yeah, before we're going to biathlon, I think something else happened in Solden, didn't it? It's Lucas Braten quit his career because he was having beef with the Norwegian Ski Federation. I think we have something similar to that in cross country skiing. I mean, our guy didn't quit skiing because of it, but yeah, it's definitely rough times in the Norwegian Ski Federation at the moment.
Yeah, poor people. They have like so much money. They have to like fight to get even more.
But I mean, it's just so mean when you earn millions and you don't earn tens of millions.
Yeah,
it's just like, so mean.
Oh, I'm so sorry for them, to be honest. It's like, it's heartbreaking to see that, you cannot get a sponsor that gives you so much more money on top of the race. It's like heartbreaking.
Yeah, I generally don't agree with you very often, but I agree with you on this topic very much. But the good thing is, at least Lucas now feels free again, because someone was definitely taking his freedom away from him by being like, maybe the Ski Federation should profit a bit from you being good, so we can kind of like give material to the younger people, like give younger people opportunities as well, because in every ski generation, it's maybe, like, let's be realistic, 2, 3, maybe 4 people that are actually making money. The rest is just costing money.
Yeah, but it's that's true. But it's also really hard, I feel, to make a proper opinion about this from us athletes, because of course we see like these big athletes earning lots of money, but there's been obviously some weird stuff happening in the Norwegian ski like wax truck in the federation, like with all the scandals of these wax technicians writing super homophobic stuff on the workbenches and like sabotaging skis. That's like pretty bad, though.
But you're woke generation, mate. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it's super bad to be homophobic and stuff, but I don't think you should take everything that you say or hear anywhere as too serious.
Yeah, but come on, in the workplace, there's some stuff that's not okay to do. Like, I have no respect for people that can't properly work professionally, and we will never know exactly what happened. But like the rumors are not very good, and I wouldn't be that surprised because it's a very like sort of masculine environment where it's easily being very homophobic environment.
Yeah, I can see it being a very homophobic environment. Or can I actually? I'm not so sure actually. No, I'm actually not so sure.
Okay.
But I mean, there's definitely borders which shouldn't be crossed. There should be like limits to what's a joke, what's funny, and what's just not a joke anymore. The problem with the times we live in is that everything gets super sensibilized. So I think without really knowing what's been going on there, it's very hard to judge anyone on what's been happening. Because let's be honest, I mean, we're talking about Klabo's waxers. Klabo is having a little dispute with the Ski Federation, let's call it like that. So I can also see, and I'm not saying that this has happened, but I can see them looking for leverage in some kind of way.
Yeah, it was definitely used as leverage, that's for sure. But there was definitely some things that happened that were not supposed to happen in that wax truck.
Definitely, but to go to the press and just spread stuff in the press, I also don't think that's the way you're going to solve problems. I just think that's the way you're going to polarize. And I don't know, kind of like just...
But actually, maybe we should actually say what happened, what we read in the media. So if I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, Mika. But what I read in the media was that there was potentially some wax technicians that wrote "gay" in big letters and then "fucking gay" on the workbench of one of Klabo's wax technician, and then there was rumor that just before the World Champs, Klabo's best pair of skis suddenly disappeared and then showed up like 30 minutes before the race with like 1 million scratches on it. That's what I read in the media. Yeah. For those who didn't hear about this.
Yeah, and I read the same things and I heard the same things. And like especially the stuff with skis disappearing and then just all of a sudden being back in the truck again, that's being like stretched nuts. And stuff. That's insane. That's
I wonder if that can actually happen. Like, come on, it's like sabotaging your own team is wild to do that.
But we're talking about your own team. That's what's like being talked about. But let's be honest. We're doing an individual sport. So it's like everyone's fighting for themselves, and Klabo is not going to wait because a Norwegian's in front, and another Norwegian's not going to wait because Klabo's in front.
Yeah, but the wax team works as a team, so I find it crazy. Maybe it's just coming from a smaller nation where we only have 1 or 2 wax technicians, and of course they're not going to sabotage their own work. That would be stupid. But like, it's just so weird that they would still act in a very individual way.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's weird, but there's just so much stuff you hear about it. And I just ask myself, in a situation that Klabo and the Ski Federation were with each other, how objective can stuff be? And maybe stuff is being a bit exaggerated. Maybe not. Maybe this is exactly what happened. And if this is what happened, I mean, just insulting someone by saying it's gay, it's like, I don't know, that's a bit old school, isn't it? I'm not sure we do that.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just like this really childish way of, it's childish of the like 20th century.
Yeah, I don't think we really should do that in a
work environment.
In a professional work environment.
What I find absolutely nuts is that like everybody's like, oh, the Norwegians are so good, so professional, and then you hear stuff like that and you're like, what the hell? We don't actually know anything about what's happening in their workspace.
Yeah.
And it would be so cool actually to have like a camera, a microphone, like send some videos on the broadcast of the TV from the races, from like what's happening in wax truck. That would be sick.
That would actually be cool. I agree.
But like, and then you would like see stuff like that, that would be even better.
Yeah. It would make up for a good soap.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Makes
But
it good drama.
I think, especially since the season's coming closer now, we're gonna race soon. We're gonna hear some of these rumors from some more people that are in a closed environment there, and yeah, maybe we'll change our mind. Maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see what the future brings. But going back to what you were saying,
Biathlon.
apparently you don't have to train in biathlon to win races.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts how Johannes Tingesbø managed to win, being so good. I mean, he's always been good, but like he's obviously in prime shape now.
Yeah, and I think the wildest to him winning the first race of the season in Norway now is like there. I'm quite sure that he posted sometime in August. Oh, this is only the third roller skiing session of the year I'm doing. So I just find that, yeah, insane. That guy's just on a different level than anybody else.
But it could also just be chit chat. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
that's what lots of folks say, and then at the end of the day, they've been training a ton.
Yeah.
Or he's just insanely talented, and we are just peasants that try to train a lot and it's not working.
Yeah.
So, some people get it easier than others. Some people have to work harder than others.
Not everyone has the same how do you say?
Genetics.
Not everybody.
But actually, it's a bit funny because it was kind of the same in Munio on the races last weekend.
First cross-country races, by the way.
Yeah. Like, Kari Slynn's been sick a lot of the season. Has been injured as well a bit. And she was super good. She was better than some athletes that trained the whole time. It was the same with Andrew Young. He was sick and injured at the start of the summer.
Came
and
really bad out of last season.
Yeah, he on training camp he was like smashing me. And I've been training super good, doing all the work properly, didn't get sick almost, and didn't get injured almost.
Yeah, Jamie, I think it's just better you quit.
Yeah, or I think maybe next year I'm just gonna either get really drunk all the time and have a good time and then try to ski fast, see if it works, or just train less. Maybe that's the way to go. Just get sick, get injured, and then maybe that's the way to go to ski fast.
Yeah,
or maybe it's just that we're training too hard and we're not giving ourselves time to rest.
Nah, you can rest when you're dead, mate.
Yeah.
Resting's really weak. Like if you're a real one, you just train 1,500 hours a year and you don't take any rest days and you just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
And then you think it's weird that you're tired. Like that's what the real ones do.
I think I've learned how to classic though.
I just have a hard time believing that.
Yeah, I also have a hard time believing that, and I do that every single year. I'm like, okay, this time I'm gonna be good, and then I'm really shit. And every single time I actually believe I'm gonna be good, and then I'm really shit. So, but actually this year I reckon I've got it. I've got it, mate. I've got everything under control. I'm good at classic now.
You've got the true.
Yeah, I've got the true.
Yeah, Dick. You're a bit like Andrew Musgrave when it comes to any kind of sprint ever, and he's just very convinced that he's gonna qualify and be really good this time, and then he's like really mentally broken after every prologue when he comes in like 55th.
But 55th, you're being nice, mate.
Yeah, I was trying to not be an
absolute dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but talking about the first cross-country races in Munio, it's not very long until let's call it the big season opener is starting in Beitostøl next week.
Yeah, I heard there was going to be lots of Frenchies there as well, so it's going to be pretty high level.
But like, it's not very fair for the Norwegians then when all the French guys are there, because then it's probably going to smell pretty bad on track.
Yeah, it's like
by the way, Jimmy is French, so
French.
I'm half French,
mate.
so I'm allowed to joke a bit about the stereotype.
Yeah, I also joke about it.
Yeah,
but it's actually like it is actually a little bit true though. Like a lot of them like to be like au naturel and not wear so much perfume or deodorant. Like the exact opposite of the Italians. When you ski, it's like when you ski behind an Italian, it's like so nice. It smells like
It smells like you just opened a fresh washing machine.
Yeah, or like you've been like a Lago di Como, and there's like some flowers that are whipped in front of you, and it just smells like so good. And when you ski behind a French guy, it smells like you were like walking in this dark alley in like Marseille, and there's some sort of like bins that have been lying about there for a couple months.
Yeah, right. I wasn't gonna go so far, but you're French, so you're allowed to say it.
Yeah, no, it's you have to, be honest.
I wonder how they're gonna do though.
The Frenchies,
Yeah, because typically the level in Beitostølen is insanely high. Because for people who aren't from Norway and don't really know how it works in Norway, like if you want to go basically to any World Cup, including Tour de Ski, like you shouldn't be skiing shit in Beitostølen. This is actually quite an important race for them.
yeah, and it's like your season can be almost done after Baito.
Yes,
If you want to be doing World Cups this year, especially because there's Ruka, Östersund back to back, 2 classic sprints, basically, Gällivare as well.
Yeah.
Which is distance. Basically, if you're going to Ruka, you're pretty much going to Östersund, except if you're really really bad.
Yeah.
And same with Östersund Gällivare. So the first open race is Trondheim for Norwegians.
Yeah, and open race is maybe a bit of a big word. It's like they get 3 spots extra. How much do they get?
They get 10 spots total, but they
Total,
get one.
but they have 7 already.
They have
6 from the World Cup
yeah.
and 1 from the
correct.
Continental Cup.
And the World Cup leader.
Yeah, so they have 8 spots. So it's only 2
Possibly
people extra.
who's the Continental Cup leader actually? Oh, I know actually it's Amundsen.
Yeah.
Harald Amundsen. He went back from World Champs to win the Continental Cup.
Yeah,
That takes some balls.
yeah,
And he got it, and he fought for it, and yeah, kudos to him. He's gonna do World Cup until Tour de Ski at least.
yeah. So, but that means that it's only gonna be 2
Norwegian.
extra spots,
And one of them has to be
Trondheim.
under 23s.
Yeah, and that means so basically everyone who's going to Ruka is going to Östersund, and everyone who's in Östersund and isn't like insanely shit is also going to Trondheim. That means if you're not under 23, there's basically just 1 extra spot in Trondheim, and one day.
Skate though.
Yeah, it's skate, but if you don't have the best day of your career, you'll probably not beat those people, and
Yeah.
that means you don't go to any other World Cup.
Yeah.
So it's hard business for the Norwegian skiers. They need to be really good in Baito if they want to have a chance to go to World Cup more than once. So typically the level is going to be super high there. Yeah, and I'm just curious on how the level in the French team is going to be, if they're like going to still be training lots to try to be good in Ruka and.
Do they ever train lots? I don't know.
Well, I figured I do.
Yeah, probably. They are quite fast, so they must do.
Yeah.
It cannot be just talent.
Yeah. Not
Is it
every, not
though?
n-
Is
not
it
every. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see.
Yeah, I think they'll be good in classic sprint. They've improved massively in classic sprint. It'll be interesting to see if Chapaz can also get the level he was in World Champs last year.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see. He was also super good in the prologue here, or in Baito World Cup last year, so it's a good chance he's going to be good again. Be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
Going away from the Frenchies, like, who's gonna win in Baito apart from Plavo?
Valnes is going to be good on the sprint, I'm guessing, since he was so strong in Muno. In the distance, that's going to be a bit more difficult to say.
Before Munio, I was gonna say I reckon that Amundsen's gonna be insanely good this year, and then he wasn't insanely good in Munio, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it makes me question if he's gonna be insanely good in Beitostølen then.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult because lots of Norwegians got COVID in Muno.
Let's talk about COVID. Right. Let's hop into that topic. Why are we still testing COVID? Like, can anyone explain it to me? I just don't know. It's like, I don't know when
Yeah,
the
but
last time was that someone died from COVID. It's a fucking cold.
Yeah, but like I think if we could test for the flu, folk would probably do it as
Like,
well.
you can
Or if you
test
could-
for the flu. You
yeah,
can,
no,
you just-
but if it was like as common as it's been for COVID, and if you could test for having a cold, then folk would also do it. I reckon.
I think it's just fucking paranoid.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but like that's what we all are at the start of the season.
No, that's what
Paranoid.
you all are.
Yeah, right. Says the dude who was like, "Oh, I'm in such good shape. I better not fuck it up now."
Yeah, you never know. Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. But yeah, I think it's like so many people now, and it's very much a Scandinavian or especially Norwegian thing, I have to admit, actually. It's like, oh, we're gonna be so careful with COVID now. And I'm like, yeah, it's like you gotta be as careful as with COVID as with every other cold ever. Because that's just what it's coming down to. And
But going back to who's going to win in Baito, right? We need a name for classic and skate.
I'm gonna say that I got the true on Nyanget. I just got the true on Nyanget.
Yeah, he's a bloody good skier. But I'm gonna go for bit safer. I'm gonna go for Goldberg. He was quite decent in Munio last weekend, and he was really good.
Yeah, but Nyanget
Last year.
was second, I think, in Munio even.
He was third on the classic.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, maybe Team Swix will be good, but we'll not talk about them because they're
Yeah, we'll only talk about Team
our
Swix from here on.
competitors.
No, they're your competitors. I'm pro Team Swix.
Just for what happened with Team Swix was there were some athletes that were Team Akadali, and then when Team Akadali decided to change the coach, they all switched and went and created a new team called Team Swix.
They created their own team, and I think that's fucking ballsy.
Yeah, ballsy, but it would be, rumor is that they don't have that much money, or they have not all the money they need for the whole season.
But
So they better ski fast and get selected to World Cup.
there's been one race by now, and a guy of Team Swix came in second,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
the best from Akadali came in 8th, I think.
That's true as well, but it's not a competition.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, so but if they run out of money, they're not going to do any more races.
I mean, they're just going to be racing in Norway anyway, so that doesn't really cost them so much money.
Oh, I think they're hoping they're not going to be racing in Norway and they're going to do World Cup most of
Yeah,
the
but
year.
then they don't have to pay for it anyway.
That's true. Except if they do national quotas, I think they have to pay themselves. when they
Really?
go- yeah.
Well, that's a bit wild, actually.
Oh, you get to race World Cup though. Wouldn't you do it? You would do it, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it'll be interesting to see. And who's going to win for the skate?
I still got the true on Amundsen. I'm just going to say Amundsen.
Amundsen, that's actually a good guess. I'm going to go for... yeah, that's a tough one, actually. Tunset had COVID, so not him. Damn it, I don't
Can
have
we
it.
just say that he had a cold?
I'm going to go... Tell you what, I'm going to go for Clabo. I'm going to go for Clabo.
Mate, we were just saying apart from Clabo. Like, it's just like...
No,
it's,
but no,
it's
no,
just
but
weak
what
if you
a
take
point.
Clabo.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not weak because
Yes, it is.
Clabo is like he's a sprinter. He's been quite good in distance many a time, but like he's not.
Is he gonna even do the skate race?
Don't know. Maybe not.
Hasn't he only been doing the both classic races last years?
I don't know actually.
I actually
Last
think-
year he not. I think he didn't race last year.
Yeah, he did. He won the classic race, like actually insanely good, the 10K.
Oh yeah, but he
He
didn't do the
skied so
sprint
No, he didn't
because
do
he
the
was
sprint. Yeah, that's true.
injured, and he's also a little bit injured this year.
Oh, but I just don't.
He's always injured.
He's always injured, and then he's like so much better than anyone else.
Yeah, it's just like in Blink, he wasn't even trying.
It's
He
just-
was like you could tell that he was racing, but he didn't want to push over. Like he didn't want to risk anything.
Yeah,
So it was just you could tell that he was holding back so much, and it's terrible when you're like pushing as hard as you can, and you just see this dude in front of you, like kind of like not really trying that hard.
But that happens often to you, doesn't it?
Says the dude who's doesn't have a best result in the housemate, so you're gonna have to respect my 6th place in the World Cup.
But
what's your best result in the World Cup, Mika?
World Cup, actually don't know.
35? No, 35? 36?
Maybe not that bad, but I think it's 20 actually. I was 16 in the Olympics. And what's your best Olympic result, Jimmy? Tell us.
Nah,
We
let's
really
not get there, man. Let's not get there. Why do you make things personal straight away?
It's always personal.
Yeah.
It's always personal.
So
Jimmy.
I'm still gonna go for Clabo on the 10K skate. Right, we were just chilling, recording the podcast, and we've got this dude that walks in the house, and he's like from Australia. He's a World Cup skier. Who is it?
Savvy Campo.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, so we figured we might just get a guest in while he's here already.
Seems very casual so far. Just walked in on you guys recording a podcast, and you just thought you'd throw a guest in last minute. But I'm pumped to be here.
So tell us, Savvy, how long have you been in Norway now? You've come.
I think about 5 weeks now.
He's actually living downstairs. He's I'm his landlord.
Yeah, paying Mika, but getting to use all of the facilities that Mika has on offer here in Vorsetergrenda.
Yeah. It's our first time with a guest on too, so don't be hard on us.
How's the season gonna be, Sevi, mate?
We're just forecasting Baito. Give us a pick.
Who's
gonna win that sprint?
I mean, I thought Tefra was probably going to be in quite good shape.
Yeah.
Given, I did intervals with him a couple of weeks ago now, but hopefully he does well. Don't know if he can win the distance event, but I reckon he'll be in the final for the sprint. And probably Clabo or Stenshagen will win the 10K Classic.
Right, then you need to settle on Stenshagen because we're not allowing Clabo to be a pick.
Okay, I'll go Stenshagen then. What did you guys pick?
I picked Amundsen for the skate and Nienget for the Classic.
That's actually a pretty good pick. I picked Goldberg for the Classic and Clabo for the skate.
Yeah, solid. But you're allowed to pick Clabo.
Yeah, I overruled.
Is he injured? Is that?
He's always injured.
Can I reveal that?
Yeah.
Can I reveal that? You've heard it here first.
They probably didn't
Press
hear it first here.
He'll be good though for the week.
Yeah, most likely.
What about you, Sevi? Are you going to be good?
Should be all right. Yeah, we had a good training test race last weekend.
Yeah, that was good fun.
I don't know. Have you spoken about that on the podcast?
Nah, not yet. I was a bit ashamed. I was a bit embarrassed.
Test races are so typical when you just a week before racing, and then some people have really good skis, some people have really bad skis, and then some people get stressed. Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, it was a bit all over the shop with everyone's skis and
some people double polling as well. I think it's interesting sometimes you have results of test race and then it's like so different on the actual race.
Yeah.
But what about double polling a classic test race? Is that really something you should do, or is it like, okay, I'm joining this test race, I should probably go classic?
I mean, there's no diagonal zone, so
yeah, but like there's going to be diagonal zones in every race you start. Every World Cup you start.
There weren't diagonal zones in Lillehammer last year.
Yeah, because
and Muzzy was double polling.
Yeah, but Muzzy's a retard. No, like seriously, like it just didn't work. So
is that one for the audience?
Yeah, it's like breaking news.
Breaking news! You've heard it here first. Yeah. Muzzy is a retard.
The thing is it just didn't work. So if you give me one World Cup where it works to go double polling, then hands down, I'll agree to that.
Yeah, right. So then we have our picks for Baito. We've had our first guest on the show. How did ski living in Norway? How did it like impact on your skiing
so far?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been relatively short so far, but it's been very fun and enjoyable. Just slotting into the immersive cross country skiing culture here. I think I'll probably have to stay a bit longer to like see some long term benefits of like the actual Norway effect, or we'll see anyway. But
Norway effect. That's so funny. So many people think that just by living in Norway, you get like this surge of power. So then you become so good at skiing just by living in Norway. You don't need to train or anything. Just
breathing in the air.
Just breathe in the air, and then you.
But let's be honest, Jamie. That's like basically what we two did as well, and it's like just kind of frustrating when you realize that that's not how it works.
Yeah, it's a big end.
Maybe one secret of living here has been double poling up the hill from the town up to where Mika's house is, up the hill a little bit.
Yeah, that's heavy. It's like what, half an hour of uphill?
Yeah, at least with the
After
last
every
like,
session.
last 10 minutes
meters,
being
maybe?
like
300 meters of climb?
No, it's a bit more even. It's close to 300 meters, I'd say.
Yeah, because we must be at 500 here.
And Lillehammer's like around 200.
Yeah. So it's heavy going.
Yeah.
We're going off topic a bit now.
Yeah, right. Going back on topic again. I think we're done, mate.
Yeah.
How often are we gonna do this?
Every 10 days, maybe?
We're gonna try to do it before every race. We're probably not managed though, but we'll try.
Yeah.
I'll keep you to it.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Well, once we get bored of things to say, and yeah, we'll just get Sevi to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll have my own like sort of minute segment and just at the end, and we'll
Like your expert coming in.
yeah, expert commentary.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Or we can do like a little comedy skit, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We'll make a video to go with it.
Lots of ideas. Right, we'll cut it here. Thanks for joining, and see you next time.
Ciao.